Well, it's hard to believe we're already 7 weeks into the college football season. Time now again for our weekly chat with UTEP head football coach Dana Dimmel, presented by Speaking Rock. Coach, welcome back into the studio. Coming off that 21-17 loss to Louisiana Tech. 12 penalties. I know you've talked about it. It was there for the taking. How demoralizing was that plane ride back from Ruston?
Well, it was very upsetting. You know, it really was. I'm still angry. You know, and but I'm getting over it day by day as we go through this week, and just frustrated because of the fact that we had so many opportunities to win that football game, but so very, very proud of the way our football players played, the effort they put out there, and that we've got to that stage now where we're mad when we lose to the divisional champions from last year. That's a good step.
Where do you think your team is at right now? Halfway into the season, sitting at 3-2, and you guys just went toe-to-toe with a team you lost by 21 points to last season. Is that a good measuring stick for your ball club?
Yeah, we got a good football team. You know, I feel good about this football team. I love the way they fight. I love the talent level that they have. I've said it, and it resounded this last weekend. We can play with anybody at the very top of the league. We can win any game that we play, and it's very capable. And we have to just make sure we find ways to win those games. But it's nice to feel when we take the field, we're not going to be outclassed by anybody in this league anymore, and that's a huge step from where we started from.
And now you've got another team coming up on Saturday that you weren't competitive with a season ago. Let's face it, Southern Miss doubled you guys up last year in Hattiesburg. But here at the Sun Bowl now this season, a lot more optimism heading into this matchup?
A lot more optimism heading into the matchup. Still a ton of respect for Southern Miss. They're the same football team they were last year. Lots of good players, lots of team speed. You know, very, very, very solid in every aspect of what they do on their football team, especially on offense. So a big challenge for us this weekend. But again, we've raised our level of play, and so the expectations for us to be competitive and have a chance to win this game are right there.
Now, it seems like there is a clear strength with the Golden Eagles on the offensive side of the football. Jack Abraham, obviously very experienced as a quarterback. It's safe to say that stopping that offense is going to be the X factor?
Stopping that offense is going to be huge. Minimizing big plays. We talked about that last week against La Tech. We need to minimize big plays. We did that. We're going to have to do that again this week to have success. It's going to be a huge part of the ballgame.
Do you pay any attention to the fact that Jay Hobson, their head coach, resigned following week 1? Does that change anything for you?
You know, really it hasn't changed a whole lot of things. He obviously did a great job, you know, with what they were doing and really did a nice job with it. But why it hasn't changed is that they have a new offensive coordinator this year, a new defensive coordinator this year, and they're running their stuff. They're doing their things.
And against Southern Miss, I saw you guys underdogs yet again. Any respect on your name in that regard?
You know, again, we would carry that on our shoulders. We like that. You know, that's something that we understand, and that we, you know, last week we were a 14-point underdog, and there was no way that game was ever going to be that kind of a margin. And so we kind of take on that challenge. We look forward to the challenges that are ahead of us.
Okay, another game in prime time, Coach. A little bit more exposure for you guys on ESPN.
A lot more exposure again. One more week, 3 weeks in a row. National television, right? It's fantastic. It's great for our program. It's just really neat opportunities. And as we've talked about, not many games on that time of night, so the minors are gaining lots of national notoriety for the kind of play that we're putting out there. I promise you this. I said it after the game. I had to live through it. And, you know, again, I probably aged a couple more years just through that game. But what a fun game that must have been to watch. That had to just be a really, really exciting game to watch.
I was quaking in my boots back there in the sports office Saturday night there, Coach. If you can't be at the Sun Bowl, ESPN2, 5:30 Mountain Time, UTEP and Southern Miss, the conference home opener for the Miners.
Nate and Coach Dimmel, thanks very much. While there